Testing, test, yeah. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and welcome to Fridays in the Valley Sunday edition. This is what we do on the second Friday of every month, except for June and July. And so make sure those of you who are here, mark that your calendars. And those of you who are online, live streaming this night, we are so glad that you're with us too. We know there's many of you that are live streaming right now. And invite you to also put July 10th on your calendar, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But on the second Friday or Sunday of the month, we gather to have some professional musicians with us, and also to hear some good news about some of the nonprofits in our community that need our help and could use all of us to have some more information about what they are doing. So we're going to hear about the Father Project tonight. My name's Richard Buller. I don't know if I said that, but I'm the pastor here at the church, and so glad that you are here. We're in our 10th year of doing this wonderful event. Sue Ruby and Vicki Wheeler are the individuals behind this concert series, and we also have we give our musicians a stipend for the night, and everything else that you provide tonight will go to the nonprofit. And so to pay the musicians, Greg and Mary Rahm have graciously been doing that for the last 40 years. We haven't been doing it that long, have we? But they have graciously given funds for the concert series. And the flowers tonight are in honor of Greg and Mary Rahm. It's their 46th wedding anniversary today. Happy. And they were married right here. That's right, 46 years ago. So Greg and Mary, and wish you to many more years. So we're so glad for the flower. Tonight, Mary Clement and Davy Harrison are with us, and the Boston Imposters. They were with us last in February of 2020, right before we shut down. And since that time, they have a couple new things in their life. They are now Wisconsinites, and they have a 7-month-old little baby, Alistair, and he is here in the nursery with Grandma and Grandpa tonight. So we're so glad you're back with us, and happy to have you. So please, let's hear some great music.
Thank you. Yeah.
A 1, 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's shelter in place for as long as we can. I'll stop touching my face if you keep washing your hands, and we'll be back together once they lifted the ban. on going out to dinner and our Saturday plans. I'll stop hoarding all the t-shirts just to dry my tears. There's enough to last for 17 years, and the thought of you, darling, will quiet my fears. I should have bought cans of food instead of cases of beer. So keep a 6-foot distance around my heart. I'm feeling socially distant, 'cause we must be apart. I'm sending all my love, and that's the only thing I'll give to you. Gotta cancel our plans, got the quarantine blues. Keep working on my hobbies all the time, it'll fly. Maybe I could write an opera, make the audience cry. Become a master painter, watch an oil paint dry. But I'll probably stick to nothing now that I can try. Books on the floor with the cats in the sun, they're basking in the stress of work and not getting done. And taking frequent naps, they're not the only ones. Doing absolutely nothing is my idea of fun. So keep a 6-foot distance around my heart. I'm feeling socially distant, 'cause we must be apart. I'm sending all my love, and that's the only thing I'll give to you. We gotta cancel our plans, got the quarantine blues. Now I'm not complaining, I got my life and my health, and your love and music are a bounty of wealth. And I hope you take comfort with supplies on the shelf. And I hope you take time to take care of yourself. So keep a 6-foot distance around my heart. I'm feeling socially distant, 'cause we must be apart. I'm sending all my love, and that's the only thing I'll give to you. Gotta cancel our plans, got the quarantine blues. So keep a 6-foot distance around my heart. I'm feeling socially distant, 'cause we must be apart. I'm sending all my love, and that's the only thing I'll give to you. We gotta cancel our plans, got the quarantine blues. We gotta cancel those plans, got the quarantine blues. Thank you.
Thank you all so much for coming out tonight. I know we were just saying it's a beautiful sunny day, and I see some of you wearing sunglasses, so that just makes me very happy because there's so much sun in here. Yeah, that was our song called Quarantine Blues, and we keep waiting for it to be irrelevant. You know? We had a couple people a couple years ago say something like, well, are you going to change the words, like, when things change? And we're like, I don't know. No, we haven't changed a single word. So Davey wrote that song right at the beginning of quarantine, so probably right after we did this concert a couple years ago. Yeah. So that will be on our next album. We're actually recording a new album this July. We're pretty excited about it. And talk about canceling plans. I'll just say one more thing before we get to our next song, which is that we recorded our first album in 2020, recorded in 2019, released in 2020, and all of our gigs got canceled. So we've got boxes of CDs that we just really want the world to hear. We do have some of them with us tonight. Thank you. Speaking of that album, this is one of the tracks on that album called Simple Song.
A song, a simple song, a light and sweet refrain. For when the journey proves too long and your burden burdens bring you pain. A life, a simple life, that's the hope I hold inside. Its lyrics fuel my melody, and promises my guide.
At times I wish the world could fall away. I'd wrap you in my care and pray that you and I will always stay the same.
A simple love is all I have to share. Once not so uncommon now, its presence seems too rare.
For you, I wish for you the best that life can bring. And when your burdens weigh you down, a simple song to sing. At times I wish the world could fall away. I'd wrap you in my care and pray that you and I will always stay the same.
But you are ever changing. Each day we embrace the unknown. At times I wish the world could fall away.
I'd wrap you in my care and pray that you and I will always stay the same.
I would love you too.
Howdy, folks. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. We're so excited to be back. So those last two songs were written at different times, but kind of speak to the same thing. The first one a little tongue-in-cheek in it, but that second one really just kind of, I feel like when I wrote that song probably about 4 or 5 years ago now, I didn't realize that I was writing it for our son, because the last couple of times we've practiced it, it was like, wow, this is a lot of how I have felt in the first sort of 6 or 7 months of just kind of wishing to freeze time and just kind of like wrap him up in like loving bubble wrap. But this next one is about our trip to Scotland. We went to Scotland for our honeymoon back in 2018, and we went in the off season, so it was really exciting to kind of make fast friends with a lot of the locals who played music. We were in a tiny little fishing village called Ullapool up in the Highlands, and it's an amazing community with some fantastic musicians and people. And word spread that we were the honeymooners there. They called us the honeymooners when we would show up to the jams. There was like a jam every night at a different pub. And so one night we were there, and apparently the Northern Lights were absolutely spectacular, and we missed them by like 30 minutes. And our friend that sort of took us under his wing, a man named Martin, who's just fantastic. He was sort of like the town guardian, it turned out. Like everywhere we went, Martin was there. And so he had just been taking photographs of the Northern Lights. So I wrote this song to kind of commemorate us chasing it across the sky and probably just seeing light pollution, but you know, we can still pretend that we saw the Northern Lights.
Old sea walls start to blur in the spray. Fog and rain, a composite of gray that shelters my heart and cradles my hand and leads me through my day. Thoughts adrift to my love gone before, when years ago she had crossed to your shore, with her heart in her hand and her feet in the sand. Lost to me, she knew her way. Dancing away through the clouds, racing over the land, finding rest in the sea. Rising again in the night just to swim in the stars with a blanket of green. I'm tracing a path through the town to the top of the hill where I thought she might be. But the faintest shade of her is all I can see. Old worn hands carry ache through the day, a weary smile that is framed by my grace. I'm treading the sand to the end of the strand and clothed in gentle spray. Life adrift and I'm bound for your shore, to greet my love as I once had before, with my heart in her hand and our feet in the sand. She'll help me on my way. Will she remember my smile? Will she remember my voice? Will she know her old name? And what if she does? Will it matter at all if I find that I can't say the same? Dancing away through the clouds, racing over the land, finding rest in the sea. Rising again in the night just to swim with the stars in a blanket of green. I'm tracing a path through the town to the top of the hill where I thought she might be. But the faintest shade of her is all I can see. Yes, the faintest shade of her is all I can see. Old sea walls start to blur in the spray. Fog and rain, a composite of gray. Thanks.
Thank you so much. Oh, here I am. Thank you so much. Our next song is another one off of our 2020 album called Jane. I don't know if any of you have read the book Jane Eyre. Anyone? If so, you may find that you understand the storyline. There's a lot of similarities in that story, and with my mother-in-law, Davey's mom, whose middle name is Jane. So this song goes out to you, Angie. I think she's probably streaming tonight. This is our song called Jane.
Little Jane leans on the and a place, but guests are few in such a home. Once again, she eats alone.
Hey, little Jane, can I see your smile? It hasn't lit your face in quite a long while. Where is the mother who held you in her love? Where is the care that you're worthy of?
In Helen, you could see yourself in her embrace and waning health, who held her through the fevered nights, such beautiful and fleeting lights. You shape Adele with loving hands, patient as she ignores commands. You give her time, maternal care, the kind that proved for you so rare.
Hey, little Jane, can I see your smile? It hasn't lit your face in quite a long while. Where is the mother who held you in her love? Where is the care that you're worthy of?
And as you grow, you will come to know the love you crave. A stolen glance, a rush of joy, a fleeting moment saved, and you will rise above the ones that pulled you down, the ones that you forgave.
Hey, little Jane, can I see your smile? It hasn't lit your face in quite a long while. Hey, little Jane, can I see your smile? It hasn't lit your face in quite a long while.
Hey, little Jane, can I see your smile?
Can I tell the story of the next one? Or you want?
No, you got it.
Okay. I wanted the microphone because we have different accounts of this story. So this next song actually started in the pews of this church. So we came and saw the OK Factor. Sorry, my brain is like a sieve. I came and saw the OK Factor a few years ago now.
It was 2019.
And they were doing a benefit for Claire Terrace. And there's like a lot of things kind of bouncing around in my head that night. We were working for another church, and there had just been sort of the parable of the Good Samaritan, which I've heard many, many times working as a choir singer at churches. And it just kind of all combined with the speech that was given about Claire Terrace, where the phrase was said, "We believe every story is sacred." And I was like, wow. And we both at the same time, I saw Mary write this down. So we both, I claim we both had the idea right around the same time, but we both were like, that's a great name for a song. And maybe she wrote it down first. Anyway, so if it goes the way she remembers it, she wrote it down in her notebook, and I was like, I'm going to beat her to writing that song. And so she wrote down the title, and I wrote down the lyrics and chords.
During the concert.
Yeah, it just kind of
He
on
wrote
the.
a song in the moment.
I think on like one of the envelopes for sort of donations in the back of the pews there with one of the little golf pencils. So it really was just kind of born here. It rarely does a song kind of arrive fully formed like that, but it was a really awesome concert. It was a really lovely night, and so this is the song "Every Story is Sacred," written by both of us.
But mostly Davey.
looking over his shoulder. Every step of the way, he could feel their close pursuit. And as the wind grew colder, they took all he knew. Beaten, they left him broken. At the side of the hill, he could hear their footsteps pass. Lost and forsaken, each breath felt his last. Your soul may be weary,
Your soul is weary.
your comfort is near.
You're safe and you're near.
Won't you lay down your burdens,
Lay them down.
safe from anguish and fear?
Lost now found.
Every story is
Your
sacred.
story is sacred.
May your path lead you home
Your journey home.
as you walk in the light.
Gentle light.
You are never alone.
You are never alone.
Two more came before him, but averted their gaze, for they did not want to see that he was one of their kin and desperate in need. And as those neighbors departed, more footsteps did appear on the road to Jericho. A soul open-hearted was moved by his woe. Your soul may be weary,
Your soul is weary.
your comfort is near.
You're safe and you're near.
Won't you lay down your
Here,
burdens,
lay them down.
safe from anguish and fear?
Lost now found.
Every story is
Your
sacred.
story is sacred.
May your path lead you
Your
home
journey home.
as you walk in the light.
Gentle light.
You are never alone.
You are never alone.
And in their world so full of hatred, they fought and died upon the sword. Preaching fear, their teachers said, was the surest way to please the Lord. But as his foe lay sick and wounded, he chose to stay there by his side. Tired of mind and tired of body and tired of trying to fight. Your soul may be weary,
Your soul is weary.
your comfort is near.
You're safe and you're near.
Won't you lay down your
Here,
burdens,
lay them down.
safe from anguish and fear?
Lost now found.
Every story is
Your
sacred.
story is sacred.
May your path lead you home
Your journey home.
as you walk in the light.
Gentle
You
light.
are never alone.
You are never alone.
Your soul may be
Your
weary,
soul is weary.
your comfort is
You're
near.
safe and you're near.
Won't you lay down your
Here,
burdens,
lay them down.
safe from anguish and fear?
Lost now found.
Your story is
Your
sacred.
story is sacred.
May your path lead you home
Your journey home.
as you walk in the light.
Gentle
You
light.
are never alone.
You are never alone.
Do one more, and then maybe do the break. Which one do you want to do?
Let's do your new one.
Any places for me?
Yeah, we'll start with new one.
Awesome. We're going to do one more before the break here. And this is a song that I wrote when I was pretty pregnant. It was during a pandemic. It was summer, and I had no plans to go anywhere fun. And I was sitting on the front porch thinking, wouldn't it be nice to go up north? And I even had a line in it that I've since taken out, but there was a line, wouldn't it be great to see a moose? You know that feeling, though? Like, it felt kind of like it stood out in the song, so I took it out. But you know that feeling when you go up north? I'm talking like Grand Marais type north, and you're like, I could see a moose at any moment. Like, you don't have that just in the Twin Cities or even in our new hometown in Wisconsin. So,
Black bear came by, though, the other day.
and what did you see, a coyote?
Yeah, we get coyotes.
But it's not the same as a moose. Anyway, point is, this is my song about dreaming and wishing that I was up north.
Called the Moose Song.
It's called A New Place for Me, but Davey calls it the Moose Song.
Sitting on the front porch night's dream about going away. I'm driving down the highway, knowing I've embraced the day. 'Cause lately I've fallen in a pattern. Lately the pattern's all I see. I have dreams, but I'm too tired to reach for 'em. Maybe there's a new place for me. So I get into my car, drive northbound,
Hoping I'll see something new on this side of town. 'Cause lately I've fallen in a pattern, and lately the pattern's all I see. I have dreams, but I'm too tired to reach for them. But maybe there's a new place for me.
there's a path to hike, a coffee to drink, and the sounds
Of the lake lull me to sleep. 'Cause lately I've fallen in a pattern, and lately the pattern's all I see. I have dreams, but I'm too tired to reach for them. So maybe there's a new place for me.
And driving back home feels like relief. We're greeted by the cats and our worn-out settee, knowing that tonight home is where I'll be.
'Cause lately I've fallen in a pattern, and lately the pattern's all I see. I have dreams, but I'm too tired to reach for them.
There's a new place for me.
And imposters, everybody. Yes, one more round of applause for these two. I'm so glad you came back. Your music is beautiful. And their CDs are in the back. You didn't say a price on those. A price on the
15?
CDs?
$15.
$15. They are in the back. And you had those here at the last concert, didn't you?
What was that?
They were here at the last concert in 2019? Are those new?
No, I think they're new.
Okay, they are new. Okay, all right. But
Yeah, they are new since.
every story
Yeah.
is sacred isn't on it.
It isn't, but it's going to be on the
Gonna
new
be
On the new one. On the new one. All right. Okay. Good. I want to bring up Andy Freeberg and talk about every story is sacred. This guy could write the second verse of your piece. Andy is here from the Father Project. Not only does he know the Father Project, he is the Father Project. He is the executive director of it, and we're just so glad he is here with us. And for you to hear a little bit more about what's going on is so important. So, Andy, thank you.
All right, thank you, Richard. I want to thank Valley again for allowing me the opportunity to share this evening a little bit about the Father Project during our period of intermission. I was feeling a certain kind of way and a certain kind of energy even before the music started. And one of the things we've done at the Father Project, and I'll talk a little bit about it, is we have been able to offer GED tutoring services over the years. Now, when we lost our site 2 years ago in the uprising and we didn't have a place to be and things shut down, one of the services that we did lose is GED tutoring. So we're still trying to figure that out. But it warmed my heart to see one of our longtime GED tutors, Roger Michael. And so tonight, this opportunity for me is sort of a tribute to one of our longtime, who's been kind of a dad for many people who have come through the doors of the Father Project. So I couldn't start without mentioning it.
Let me continue. Roger is here, thank God, after having a tumor in his throat. They took out his larynx, and he's speaking in a new way, and with a new voice. And so, Roger, we are so glad that you are here. This is your first time back in this sanctuary since surgery. So, and I think he's going to try to talk. Is that what you're going to try to do, Roger? He is learning how to use his new speech, his new machine. So, Roger, let's give him a round of applause for Roger. Thank you. And thank you for all your work at the Father Project. And I was going to mention that also.
Thank you, Richard. So as Father's Day approaches this year, the Father Project, who are we? Well, we're a team of committed group of individuals who have been serving fathers in the Twin Cities metro area for over 20 years. So that's who we are. Who we serve is low-income men, low-income fathers who have faced challenges and barriers, and that can be anything from a history of instability with their own education, with their own family life. Some have faced histories of incarceration, but the point being, the program is voluntary, and they are stepping forward to receive the support that they need so that they can provide that support and stability for their children. And it struck me, I couldn't help but reflect on what Davey shared, new parent, and we know that there's that excitement there when we're counting, how old is my child in months? So 7 months. I've got a 22-year-old and 1 month daughter and a 20-year-old and 1 month boy who have been raised kind of with me, learning alongside the men at the Father Project. What we do is pretty simple. We partner each man who comes through our door with a case manager. They work together to develop a plan around parenting, employment, and achieving life stability. We connect them with other dads so that there's a peer support with other men. We never like to feel like we're the only ones. And when we can connect and kind of resonate with that support of other men who are walking that journey, it's kind of all the better. And really what we're trying to do is, what really is, if you think about it, a brief 6 to 12 month period, trying to wrap that support and provide these skills and provide these services so that if we can do that for 6 or 12 months, that child is going to be wrapped in that bubble wrap that Davey was describing by as many men and people in our community for the children, for the future. So that's who we are. That's what we do. That's what we're trying to do. And so I guess as we prepare for this Father's Day, I just want to thank everybody again for your time, attention, and the support for the Father Project.
Let's give Andy a round of applause. Exactly. Andy, thank you. Thank you. You can write a check out and drop it in the back or cash, whatever. Again, you can make out to VCPC, Valley Community Presbyterian Church. But all the funds that go into that bowl back there will go directly to the parenting classes that are going on at the Father Project. So he's been doing good work for all these years, and what a heartbreak when the building was caught on fire during the riot, and he has continued through it all. So Andy, thank you for your wonderful, wonderful work. You two ready? Let's welcome back the Boston Imposters for the second half.
This is a song that Davey wrote to sort of bring together all the different feelings and experiences we had in the first few weeks of being new parents. So it fits right in with the Father Project. So this is called Newborn Nights. And actually, this is our debut of this song. Yeah. First time ever performing it. Wish us luck.
Sorry, my mandolin does not like the change in seasons. Super temperamental. Sorry.
I'm going to say anything else. Just work our way through.
There we go. my life tuning, half my life out of tune.
The sun begins to set in the clear December skies. Our sun begins to flirt with hope, with sleep and restful nights. But even if the silence breaks with the sound of Allie's cries, we know that in the morning hours a smile will still arise.
We are set to make it through our new bedtime regime. Our sun is set to slip into a night of novel dreams. And even if the books demand a more structured routine, I know that we will always find the way that's in between. For newborn nights, matchbox cars, sound machines for infant dreams beneath ceiling stars, fairy lights with creaking floors, learning how to hear him breathe through bedroom doors, half asleep, not quite awake, but I'll hold on to this moment for my sake. We begin to feel the morning light slip through the blinds. Our sun begins to wipe the sleepy cobwebs from his eyes. And even if the days all seem to blur within my mind, I know that each contains a simple joy for us to find. With newborn nights, matchbox cars, sound machines for infant dreams beneath ceiling stars, fairy lights, creaking floors, learning how to hear him breathe through bedroom doors, half asleep, not quite awake, but I'll hold on to this moment for my sake. Newborn nights, matchbox cars, sound machines for infant dreams beneath ceiling stars, fairy lights, creaking floors, learning how to hear him breathe through bedroom doors, half asleep, not quite awake, but I'll hold on to this moment for my sake. I'm not quite awake, but I'll hold on to this moment.
Thank you. Should we do one today?
Mighty Rock, yeah, sorry.
All right, if you got a little sleepy with that one, then good. It works on our kid too. We will try to pick up the energy now with a little medley, a tune that Davey wrote called The Mighty Rock River, which is a river. Is it mighty? It was to my grandfather, and he would always refer to this river, the Rock River, which is located in Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. He would call it the Mighty Rock River. So when he passed away...
And it's now 5 minutes from our house. It goes
Yeah,
through our town, too,
ironically.
so.
Yeah, so the Mighty Rock, and into a song that I wrote about feeling really drawn, again, towards Lake Superior called Lady. So there you go.
Won't you come to me? Lady, oh lady, won't you come to me? You've been so many places and done so many things, so dip your toes in this water and dance a while with me. Lady, oh lady, if you come to me, you'll be free. Lady, oh lady, won't you come to me? Your winds are crisp and cold. Your stars are clear and bold. Your currents swerve, your moods change. The rocks around me tell stories of old trees, old creatures, old friends.
to skip to Rainfalls.
Oh, yeah, I'll need to retune for that anyway. Yeah, let's do Rainfalls. Good.
Okay, cool. We're calling an audible from our set list here. So those two songs will be on our next album. And this next song is also a pretty new song. Davey, do you want me to tell a little bit about the story? Davey was working at a Unitarian Universalist church and found himself really inspired by water. And there was one day where there was a pretty hefty storm, right?
That wasn't I don't know. That wasn't. So
You tell the story.
it's much less romantic than that. This song started as like an etude I'd written for myself on the clawhammer banjo to see if I could kind of do two lines almost at once. Turns out that I can't, but so I had this sort of thing that I really liked that felt very meditative on playing this style of banjo, and then I was working for as the UU church that Mary had mentioned, and they have a water communion, which is almost like their Easter. It's one of their really big parts of their calendar. And this song always reminded me of sort of rain on like the window or on the roof, just with the way it sounded. So it kind of eventually found a home with some lyrics. So that's kind of how it came together.
The other story was better, but I guess it wasn't true. This is called Rain Falls.
I think I hear its distant laughter, gently dancing through the leaves. Little tiny foots on rafters, as the sky appears to grieve. Feel its warmth in my eyes, cool caress upon my skin. Rivers seem to call to me, every little vein contained within. Please fill it in the midst of joy and sorrow.
And we'll drink to health and hope.
A toast to love to share and time to borrow.
Rain falls, rain falls, rain falls, rain falls, rain falls.
Feel its warmth in my eyes, cool caress upon my skin. The iris of the soulful skies feels the rain contained within. Dusty roads bathed in water, somber buildings bathed in light, and we the grateful sons and daughters praise the rain that falls tonight.
Please fill my cup.
Please fill it in the midst of joy and sorrow.
And we'll drink to health and hope.
A toast to love to share and time to borrow.
Rain falls, rain falls, rain falls, rain falls, rain falls, rain falls,
Yes, we will sing a verse to thank the rain.
Rain falls, rain falls, rain falls.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much. We have one more for you, and that song will be.
What is it going to be? Drum roll. Let me know so I can.
We should do Sunflowers.
Okay.
All right. I don't know what the protocol is. Are you allowed to sing with us? Are you allowed? If you're allowed, please sing with us. This song is a great part for you to join along. The words are, "Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers grow. Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers grow." And that's it. When we get to the moment, I'll do some like awkward hand motions and try to bring you in. Have never quite mastered how to do it, but hopefully you'll get my vibe. And I want to do a big thank you, as this will be our last song for tonight. Thank you to Sue. Thank you to Vicky. Thank you so much to Brandon. Thank you to Richard. Thank you to Andy and the Father Project. Please don't forget to put in your donation. And it has been absolutely a pleasure being here with you tonight.
You'll figure it out, the part. So.
Oh Lord, help me know how these seeds I'm planting will grow. Will they stay through the night to watch the sun rise? Here it comes. Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers grow. That's it, let's do it again. And sunflowers, sunflowers grow. In times of pouring rain, through violent exchange, your presence is so bright. You warm us with your light. Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers grow. Sunflowers, in a city full of haste, through mountains of waste, your growth is revealed as you dive in the field. Oh, sunflowers, sunflowers grow. Sunflowers, one more time. Sunflowers, sunflowers grow. Through stifling heat, strong borders, through fear, through defeat, the sunflowers grow. As big as my face, so tall and with grace.
Mary, Davey, thank you so much for making the journey over here. And I know you're, why don't you all just wave to Allie right now? He's on TV, on the live streaming. Their son is with Grandma and Grandpa in the nursery. They're watching the service, the concert live streaming. So they are all there. Thank you for being here. The CD, $15. The Sunflower is on there. It's number 2 on there.
It's number 2.
It's kind of Ukrainian, and it's the sunflowers of Ukraine, and then just the blessings and prayers that we need to keep sending that way. So thank you so much for being here. Those of you live streaming tonight, if you wish to give to the Father Project, you can do so. You found us online. Just go down further on the page and hit the Give button and click on Miscellaneous and put in Father Project, and we would love to have your donation go directly to Andy and the good work that they are doing. So thank you. Fridays in the Valley Sunday edition continues July 10th, and we have the Good News Big Band. They have been with us before, but this will be the first time all 20-plus instruments will be together post, I was going to say post-pandemic, but it's still here. But they're going to be playing here, so we'll probably be sitting back a little bit further on that Sunday evening and listening to their great music. So plan to come. If you need to send this information out to more people, give the church a call, and we can give you the email, and so you can help spread the good news about the Good News Band Friday edition on Sunday, July 10th. One more round of applause for Mary and Greg Rom 46th wedding anniversary. Thank you, Mary and Greg. Thank you so much. And Brandon Novi doing the live streaming. I know all of those of you who are live streaming tonight appreciate his good work back there. And Brandon, thank you for being here to assist us in this wonderful concert series. Mary, Davey, thank you so much. Round of applause for Mary and Davey once again. Thanks for coming, everybody. Soon we will have snacks again and gatherings in the back, but that'll be down the road. So come on and enjoy the beautiful night.